Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today we are looking at Star Wars Force Arena. Now, I have had a lot of time to play through this game on my own. I did stream it a little bit for you guys, but I felt as if I needed to first introduce the game to you guys and give my review and my thoughts on the game, having played it for quite some time now, before I actually get into some regular content for the game. As always, guys, I'm curious what you guys think of this new content, so if you haven't been able to check out the live streams in which I've played this game, please let me know what your thoughts are after watching the review. Obviously, if you're commenting before seeing the review and you're trying to give an opinion that I want to respect or that I'm going to listen to, it doesn't make sense unless you watch at least the majority of this clip. So let's jump into it. What is Star Wars Force Arena? Well, it's basically a combination of a deck building game like Clash Royale, where you have a bunch of cards that you play with different costs, and then those cards will do something against an opponent's cards and against an opponent's towers, kind of like a tower defense game. So if you don't know Clash Royale, it's kind of like a tower defense game with cards and lanes. So this combines the card and deck building and lane playing things of Clash Royale with more of a MOBA style leader game. So as you can see here, I have Captain Cassian Andor, guys. We have Lando Cal fucking Rizian. We have Darth Vader. We've got this helmet wearing, you know, Skyrim cosplayer. I don't know. Anyways, there are a lot of awesome familiar faces and some unfamiliar faces if you haven't been keeping up with the shows and if you're not a huge Star Wars fan. But anyways, there's a lot of Star Wars leaders in here and also side leaders, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But a lot of familiar faces if you're even just a little bit you know, into the show or into the movies. And so basically the leaders come into play as the kind of MOBA aspect of the game. So while you're playing in the lanes and while you're playing cards in kind of a Clash Royale style tower defense, you're also controlling your leader, who will interact with the other enemy leader and also the cards that are being played. So I want to jump into a match really quickly to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, because otherwise it's not really very clear what it is I'm saying. Now, normally the wait times are a lot longer for the Rebel Alliance, but we'll get into that just in a little bit. If you guys haven't noticed, there we have two lanes there, so the red lines indicate which lanes I'm going in. I have 3 towers, as you can see from the top left corner. I have a mini map. The 3 blue towers are what I have to defend, and the 3 red towers and the 4th one behind it are what I have to attack. So there's their enemy leader, and here's me. As you can see there, my energy bar has filled up to 10, so it's telling me that I should probably play a card. He's played his unique card here, so I'm just going to play something defensively. But we're just going to see how this plays out. You guys can see that every time I play a card, it takes away from my energy, and then I have to recharge energy before I can play another card. So it's very much like something like Clash Royale in that sense, because there are cards and you have energy, and then when you play the cards you lose energy, but over time you gain back energy to play more cards. But it is a little different, or quite a bit different, from something like Clash Royale, because it has this deck building, or sorry, because on top of the deck building it has a leader that you have here, for me Cassian, and for the enemy here Darth Vader. So every leader, if you haven't already guessed, has a different you know, special ability that they use. So here he's trying to kill me. He actually is going to succeed. That was a very good move on his part. So Darth Vader, if you guys didn't catch that, he pulled me in. Darth Vader has a force pull, which is very you know, fitting to the canon and those kinds of things. In general, I think that the game does a fantastic job of reflecting the proper canon of the characters and the proper you know, flavor, I would say, of both the good guys and the bad guys. But it can be a little bit challenging at times if you're not familiar with Star Wars. It helps if you are. So I'm getting pulled here by Darth Vader. He's playing another AT-ST Walker. I fucking hate these things. Yeah. So basically what you're trying to do, I'm not doing a very good job of it in this game right now, but basically what you're trying to do is destroy the enemy's towers and defend your own towers. The game will end after the allotted amount of time if someone's towers are down. That's really bad. Holy cow. Yeah, so he's outplaying me big time right now. I've never recorded and commented on this game before, so I'm finding it quite difficult at the moment. But hopefully I can redeem myself here in the final moments. I'm going to kill him finally. He surprisingly did not take my turret. Wow. And I think he's very upset about that because my turret is about as close to death as one's turret can be. And yet, here we are. He's gonna kill me again. Yeah, I'm very, I'm not playing very well at all. Yeah, he got me good. So his counterattacks are extremely strong. He knows exactly what he's doing as far as placing enemies down and as far as countering my moves goes. He uses that gas extremely well. I also hesitate to say, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of his cards are a lot higher level than my cards. He's got a level 2 hero. Yeah, I think he won that one. That's fine. So anyways, that wasn't a very good indication of what to expect from the game because there wasn't a lot of turret action, but the more turrets you take down... oh, he took down both of my turrets. I wasn't even paying attention. Never mind. I got rocked, boys. Great introduction. So that's basically how the game works as far as what you're going into 1 versus 1. You have 2 lanes, and then you fight, and then hopefully, if you don't suck like me, you will win. But what makes the game very interesting, aside from the deck building aspect, so you can obviously customize your deck with different cards. Every card does something different. I'm not going to go into all of them, but you have, you know, melee units, you have ranged units. It's very similar to something like Clash Royale. You have units that only target the turrets. You have units that are, you know, placed and kind of attack in a proximity. There's lots of different things. If you have any experience at all with Clash Royale, you'll find yourself pretty at home with this game as far as the cards go. It's where the leaders are concerned where the game gets a little bit more interesting. Each leader has a unique ability. So my unique ability was to summon 2 dudes to help me out, 2, you know, guys. Let's say Lando's ability is to change all the cards in his hand, and then it combines with his special ability. As you guys saw there from the match where I got rocked, Darth Vader's skill is to force pull enemies in and then does damage to that person. So he used that to great effect to punish me for getting too close to him, and he killed me more than once using that tactic. So the game is actually quite deep and quite complicated when you factor in both the deck building aspect and the card array, because there are a lot of cards. I mean, each side, the Rebel side and the Empire side, each have 40 cards. So there are a lot of different mechanics and different styles that you can use for just the deck, which is consists of 7 cards. But then you also have the added layer and the added depth of the leader card. Now, every leader does have a unique unit that goes along with them that can only be played in that deck. Unfortunately, I do not have K2SO, boy. But for example, for Lando, I do have 9 Noon. I probably fucked his name up. It's okay. I have this vagina lips looking guy, and I can play him with Lando because I have Lando as the leader here. That's just another added level of flavor and kind of a little bit of depth that you can have, but I have seen many decks running the leader without the unique, so it's not always preferential to have the unique in the leader's deck, but it just adds an extra layer. Overall, I think that the combination of leader and leadership qualities and, you know, special abilities and skills combined with the MOBA and deck building Clash Royale style aspect makes this game extremely high skill and quite complicated, especially when you get to the higher tiers. I mean, I could have taken 20 minutes to break down why I lost that fight against that Darth Vader, but I was trying to do so in real time, so I kind of, you know, jumbled a lot of my thoughts together. But there is a lot of depth to this game, there is a lot of complexity to it, and there is a lot of fun to be had. So where is the fun to be had? Well, when you win matches, I didn't win a match there, but when you do win matches, you get rewards, and the rewards, you know, exercise as follows. You get different quality of packs. So you have bronze packs, which take 3 hours to unlock. You have silver packs, which take 8 hours to unlock, and then you have platinum packs. That's difficult to say, which take, I believe, 12 hours to unlock. Right now I have a premium booster in use, so all of those unlock times that I stated are cut in half. The premium booster basically just gives you an extra card slot or an extra pack slot. So instead of having 4, I have 5. So this 5th pack slot over here is normally locked, and then it cuts my unlock time in half. But this premium booster status, you have to pay for it or you have to get it as a reward. And so I'm using the one that I got as a reward for something from Netmarble. If you guys don't know, Netmarble, the company that makes Future Fight, also produces this game. So they are very generous when it comes to giving emergency maintenance rewards, like in the form of packs. Reaching 10,000 subscribers or community members or whatever, giving you rewards and stuff like that. So because of those rewards, I've gotten some premium boosters, but all in all, just know that this is something for whales, basically. In addition to these victory packs that you get just for winning, you also get play packs, which you get points for winning or losing. So I lost, I still got 1 point. So even if you lose 10 times, you can still open a play pack, which would kind of suck. And then you just get free packs every 4 hours. All in all, I feel like the reward system is fairly good, although I do hear a lot of people complaining about the reward system being punishing, because once you fill up all of your deck or all of your card slots from victory packs, once you complete all of your play packs for the day, and once you open all your free packs for the day, you basically have nothing else to do. If you're not trying to complete quests, which are these missions here on the side, then you basically don't have anything to do. And that's true, but I think that's a good thing for this game because it gates the progression. Everyone progresses at the same speed, even if you are a pay to play or quote unquote pay to win player. You can't unlock more than 5 pack slots. You can't unlock them any faster than twice as fast, which is still quite a lot. But if you want to unlock them any faster, you have to start paying crystals. So it does gate the experience a little bit, and it also gates it further by limiting the number of victory packs you can win per day. So even if you are a super whale, you're buying all of the crystals, you're unlocking all of the packs, you can only open a certain number of packs per day. So it does, it doesn't punish you for being free to play as much as you might think. Now, in addition to getting cards from the victory packs, the play packs, and the free packs, and the cards is how you build your deck, you can also get cards from the shop. You can buy cards with crystals, you can buy cards with gold. There's more packs here that you can pay for with crystals, and then you can buy crystals and buy gold. In general, this is where you spend money in the real world on the game. These are generally not very good, but if you just need 1 or 2 more cards, for example, if I really use this card and this was very good, it might be a good idea to just get 1 more to level him up. Similarly to Clash Royale, once a card reaches the threshold, it can be leveled up. So as you can see here, this card is level 2, but I have enough copies of it to level it up. So if I press upgrade, I pay 150 gold. I've upgraded it from level 2 to level 3, and I've increased some aspect of the card. In this case, I've increased the card's duration. So it's good to upgrade cards that you use often in the game. As you can see, I have a bunch of cards here that I never use, so I just never upgrade them. Also, if you haven't already noticed, certain cards, or almost all of the cards, on the Rebel side cannot be used on the Empire side, and vice versa. There are cards that kind of mimic each other. So for example, the 5 cost card light vehicle is very similar to the 5 or the 6 cost light tank for the Rebels, and the 3 cost auto blaster turret is not terribly similar, but it's not terribly unsimilar from the Imperial infantry turret card. So there are some similarities, again, the TIE fighter and the X-wing, but other than those similarities, there's quite a bit of variety between the Rebel cards and the Empire cards. So it is another added layer of depth and another extra level of collection that you have to go through when you're playing the game, and it does make it seem quite unique and quite fresh when you switch to playing as the Empire, or when you go back and you play as the Rebels, the good guys or the bad guys, depending on how you fit in the Star Wars lore. So I do love that as well. Aside from getting cards from the reward system and getting cards from the shop with either real money or gold that you grind in the games, you can also get cards by trading. In general, the trading is not very useful, especially if you're just starting out. Trading 10 commons for a rare is just not going to be very worth it, because you want those common cards to upgrade upgrade them and make them stronger. In general, it's better to have stronger cards and fewer cards than a lot of cards at level 1. The epic to rare, or the rare to epic, is also pretty useless. The only one I would recommend that you do from this window as a new player is legendary to legendary. It doesn't cost a lot of gold, and it can help you build up your list of legendaries if you don't have a lot at the beginning. If you don't know as well, whenever you unlock a new legendary, you actually unlock 2 copies of the card. So for example, unlocked Boba Fett. I actually have 2 copies of Boba Fett's card. If I want to trade one here, I won't actually lose the ability to play as Boba Fett. I will just have Boba Fett 0 out of 2 instead of 1 out of 2. And I'll give you an example here. If you go down to my decks, I've already traded the Grand Inquisitor and Krennic, these 2 guys down here at the bottom. So as you can see here, I've traded them away. That's why they're 0 out of 2, not 1 out of 2. And I believe I did the same thing for Leia, so she's also 0 out of 2. So don't have any fear. You can trade away legendaries that are not very good or don't fit your playstyle and try to get new ones, especially if you're a newer player. If you're already advanced and you have a lot of legendaries like I do, it's probably not a good idea because you might just get copies of ones you already have. Finally, there's a guild system, guys. If you guys didn't know from the live stream, Debris Boys, we're in the house, we're grinding. You know, we got ourselves a guild. It's quite popular, actually. We have 50 people in the guild, and then we have an application list, 43 members strong. So I'm trying to be pretty active to get people in and out and get the guild fresh. The guild itself doesn't give you any bonuses or any like preferential things. You can't ask for cards. You don't get any bonuses from playing in a guild, but you do get the ability to play in friendly matches against your guild members quite often. So that's really, really cool, and you can do that as often as you want. It's a little bit buggy right now, but when it works, it's very, very fun. As well, guys, there's a couple of different game modes on the main screen that I want to touch on really quickly. We have the 1 versus 1, which is the fairly straightforward one you watched already. I'm not going to show you, but there's 2 versus 2, which is basically I get paired with a random other person of the same alignment, and then we fight against 2 other people of the opposite alignment. So if I go in as Cassian in a 2 versus 2, maybe I'll get teamed up with Han Solo, and then we'll fight against, you know, Darth Maul and Darth Sidious if they were in the game. They're not. And then you have training, which is what you do at the beginning of the game to learn how to play. And then the final thing you have is the... Why did I fucking press this training button? And then finally you have the team up 2 versus 2. And I wanted to bring up the team up 2 versus 2 because this is where being in a guild really, really helps. If I want to play 2 versus 2, but I want to play with someone that I trust, I don't want to just play with some random ass scrub, I can go into team up 2 versus 2, and now I'm standing by to have someone in my guild join me to fight against 2 other random people. So in that sense, you can not only play against your guild mates in a 1v1 or a 2v2 and have some friendly, non-competitive fun where the rewards are non-existent and the stats don't matter, it doesn't count towards your win-loss, or you can do the team up where you actually do play for keeps, you are playing for rewards. So there's a lot of integration in between the actual gameplay, 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, and your guild. So I strongly recommend you to join a guild if you can. There's no penalty for leaving, I don't think, and there's no cost to joining, so try to get in one, try to get some games in. It's very, very fun, guys. If you have any interest in games like Clash Royale, if you have any prior experience with games like Dota, League of Legends as a MOBA, then this game will appeal to you in some way. Check out the different leaders and try to see what playstyle fits yours or what suits yours, whether you like to be ranged character and you like to do damage from afar, like to snipe, or if you like to get up close with certain other characters. I'm kind of being a little bit simplistic about the overall scope of the game. There is a lot of detail, there's a lot of depth to it, and just going in so far as reading the special abilities and skills of each leader will give you a much better example and a much more rich take on just how far this game can go as it's currently developed and as further development will hopefully show. So that's what I think of Star Wars Force Arena. I'm very interested in the game right now. It's very fun to play. I'm a little bit disappointed that I can't play with the Star Wars music for you guys, but other than that, I'm having a blast. This is not going to take over for Marvel Future Fight, but it is going to probably share some of the space with it, so I hope you guys can get used to that. And let me know what you guys think of the game, how you're liking it. If you haven't tried it already, you can go and pick it up in the Play Store for free and you know, get some matches in. And of course, guys, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.